Hey guys, this is Commander Gadnock, and imagine my surprise when I was exploring the star map in Starfield and I came across the glorious system of Algorab. For those who are unfamiliar with Algorab, this star system is also found in Elite Dangerous, within the human-populated bubble of space, and is also home to the monkey squadron Sidewinder Syndicate, the squadron I happen to be part of. So I started scanning the planets, looking for similarities between the two games, and made this video with the intention to show my fellow squad members, and anyone who plays Elite, that despite the criticism and a few bugs you'll certainly experience, Starfield is worth putting some time into. Let's start with the simplest aspect of any space game, flying your ship.
The magic of flight!
Starfield is a massive open-world RPG with 100 systems and 1,000 planets to explore. And although you can land on a variety of different atmospheres, all of the flying you'll be doing is in space in orbit of the planets, and docking with stations and ships. The main selling point for ships in Starfield is the customization, giving you the ability to build almost anything you want to fly, then having an interior for every ship, with interactable objects and lots of detail. The space combat can be great fun, but it's not a flight simulator like Elite, so you won't be flying over planet surfaces or using vehicles to explore. Which brings me right to exploration. Since you won't be flying your ship over surfaces, all the exploring you're doing is on foot, which is why some people have dubbed it the running simulator. Nevertheless, I find the differences of each planet's composition to give beautiful views, and as someone coming from Elite Dangerous, you'll be happy with finding loot and various POIs scattered across every location, in a style like No Man's Sky, but with more realism. And finally, there's a compelling story that all takes place within our galaxy, that'll bring you to several iconic locations within our solar system, Sol, and other systems you might be familiar with. That's not to say that every character is compelling, but it's a nice change from having just audio logs and Galnet articles to rely on for story. Listen, in my mind, no exploration compares to the biggest game map of all time, the literal goddamn Milky Way, but I applaud Bethesda for a 25-year effort in adding real systems to their game. Systems of planets we as humans can connect to, with the culture of our astronomy.
Shut up and take my money!
Which brings me back to exploring the Algorab system. Yeah, they're two very different games, don't get me confused. I just think if you are willing to put down the flight sticks for a little while, you'll enjoy it. First thing you notice when you enter Algorab in Starfield is how few planets there are compared to Elite. The Algorab we know has 36 bodies, including several gas giants, a ringed brown dwarf, and our home world of Algorab 7, the ringed Earth-like world. Algorab is also a binary star system, but for simplicity's sake those don't exist in Starfield, nor does our ringed Earth-like. What's this, no rings? In fact, I haven't found any ringed landable planets in Starfield at all, and to me that seems like a huge oversight. The best stellar views come from standing on ringed planets. Mind you, we can't land on Earth-like worlds at all in Elite, just planets and moons with tenuous or no atmosphere. But when you find an atmosphere with rings, it's always worth checking out. Next, I noticed the star appears to be an A-class blue-white star. This matches Elite. There is an Earth-like world there. This matches Elite, and I'm glad they at least took attention to that detail. Remember, Starfield contains 1,000 planets, and some systems in Elite have over 100 bodies in them alone, so to make the systems manageable was necessary. Bethesda have managed to create the illusion of planet tech by crafting environments that appear alien and unique to each individual planet you can explore. The only worlds you can't land on in Starfield are gas giants. Everything else is within reach. I also noticed that unlike Elite's Algorab, the gas giant here has an Earth-like moon, with environments and creatures just as interesting as Algorab 2. The 5 moons in this game all have different environments, and again, tons of shit to scan and explore on every surface. I haven't hit any invisible walls myself, but I haven't tried to, and the weather and variable gravity on each body are very nice details. Gravitational variations matches Elite, and most good space games involving alien worlds for that matter. If you enjoy the ground combat in ED, and have played previous Bethesda games like Skyrim and Fallout, the combat will be familiar. The weapon selection in Starfield is top-notch. Combat can feel janky, but it's very enjoyable. Finding loot and earning legendary items is always awesome. And last but not least, You can steal ships that land nearby by killing the crew and boarding the captain's chair. That ship is now in your collection and you can modify or sell it. Overall, there's some key similarities I'm very happy to see. Just finding the word Algorab in the Starfield was a huge surprise. It feels like Todd Howard is acknowledging the Syndicate. All that we're really missing from Starfield's Algorab are Forbes Terminal, a Theo Gilly, an Armstrong, and a Richard.
Now, say my name.
Well, there you have it. I hope you continue enjoying whichever space game you're playing at the moment. I definitely have a lot more to do in Starfield. I've been playing it for just under 150 hours now, and I haven't finished the main quest, built a spaceship from scratch, or built an outpost on a distant planet, so I still have many hours with this game. I have, however, completed 132 side quests and 14 of the main story, visited 53 systems so far, and surveyed 100 planets. Let me know what you're doing in Elite in the comments section, and any ideas for future videos. If you've been playing Starfield, how do you find it? I think that if you're a schizoid like me, or at any point have contemplated death, parallel universes, or the idea of a collective human consciousness, you'll probably enjoy Starfield's storyline. Since I've recently been promoted to executive command in our squadron, I would love to make more videos involving our small community in Elite, and featuring friendly commanders. If you haven't already, subscribe to Breaker of Worlds for more space sim content. Keep clowning, see you next time.